American actor Joe Pesci gained 30 pounds in preparation for the role of mobster Angelo Ruggiero, only to have the role go to someone else. He sued the production company. Powdered wigs came into fashion as a way for people to cover up the symptoms of syphilis. Since Dunkaroos were stopped being sold in the United States in 2012, people from Canada have been secretly bringing them into the country. These Canadians are playfully called smuggleroos. Back in 1475, Turkey passed a law allowing women to divorce their husbands if the men failed to give them their daily amount of coffee. In 1943, the U.S. temporarily made it illegal to sell sliced bread. During this ban, a frustrated housewife wrote to the New York Times. Part of her letter said, "I should like to let you know how important sliced bread is to the morale and saneness of a household." Just before he signed the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson bought a thermometer. On the day the Declaration was signed in Philadelphia, he recorded that the temperature was 76 degrees. In 1985, a rock band named Simple Minds rearranged and recorded "Don't You Forget About Me" in 3 hours, then forgot about it until The Breakfast Club came out and it became a #1 hit. Companies use Elmer's glue as milk in cereal commercials so that the cereal won't look soggy and so that they can strategically place the cereal in the bowl. There is an Australian rock band named The Beards. Every single one of their 38 songs is about beards. When Liam Neeson read the script for the Taken movie, he thought the movie would go straight to DVD. Vermont passed a law in 1999 that the state pie is apple, and one must make a good faith effort to serve it with either a glass of cold milk, 1/2 ounce of cheddar cheese, or a large scoop of vanilla. André-François Raffray, a lawyer in France, made a deal with a 90-year-old woman named Jeanne Calment. He agreed to pay her $500 every month for as long as she lived, in exchange for her apartment after her passing. Jeanne Calment ended up living for another 30 years and became the oldest person ever. She even outlived the lawyer, who had paid her a total of $180,000 over the years, which was double the apartment's worth. In 1998, Venus and Serena Williams challenged any male ranked below 200th in the world. A man ranked 203 promptly beat both of them after playing a round of golf and drinking a 6-pack of beer. In the 1980s, Jim Davis, the creator of Garfield, had an idea for plush toys of the character that could be hung on curtains using Velcro. However, when the prototype came back from the factory, it had suction cups instead of Velcro. Davis approved this design anyway. The Garfield plush toys with suction cups quickly became a sensation, with people placing them on car windows. They became so popular that there were instances of car windows being smashed just to steal these toys. People of the Mongol Empire never washed their clothes or themselves due to their belief that washing would pollute the water and anger the dragons that controlled the water cycle. Instead of going to court over a copyright infringement dispute, the CEOs of Southwest Airlines and Stevens Aviation challenged each other to an arm wrestling duel via humorous letters. No lawyers were ever involved, and the men honored the outcome of the match. During spacewalks, astronauts have a clever solution for scratching their noses. They attach pieces of Velcro inside their helmets. Fight for Your Right by the Beastie Boys was originally written as a parody of frat culture. However, the band became frustrated when people started taking the song seriously, not recognizing the intended satire. Scented bowling balls do exist, and the reason behind their creation is quite practical. The inventor came up with the idea because bowling pro shops, where the balls are often sold and serviced, tend to have an unpleasant smell. Before ice cream cones were invented, ice cream was often served in reusable glass containers known as penny licks. These containers, sold for a penny, were infamous for spreading diseases because they were reused repeatedly and not washed between customers. Steven Spielberg chose not to be on set for the filming of the final scene in Jaws. He was concerned that the film crew might throw him into the water as a prank after the shoot concluded. Following this experience, Spielberg adopted a tradition of being absent whenever the last scene of one of his films is being shot.